Welcome to Pressing Matters. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Now, Pressing Matters is a show about vinyl where I interview vinyl collectors and music lovers. I ask them 5 hard-hitting questions about vinyls, and we see where the conversation goes. Now, in this episode, I got Ronald. Now, Ronald, he pulled out some stuff I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen some of this stuff, man. It was a dope conversation, man. Check it out, and I'll catch y'all on the other side. Peace. What was the most memorable or surprising thing that you got while digging in crates at a record store?
Okay, so this is what we talked about earlier. So the one thing about my record store, it's the only one here where I live. Um, I've been pressing for a long time, no pun intended, but they only get an R&B section. I'm like you need an R&B section. A lot of this stuff is kind of like pop rock, emo stuff. You got a large hip hop section, but I'm an R&B guy.
Mhm.
Um, so it really very dependent upon who bring their old records in and sells it for
Oh,
me to be like surprised. And so I have to really be dependent upon that. But the thing is like the record store that I'm at, there very few people that I see while going there that look like me. And so,
okay.
but I caught him with a tub of records and I cheated. I couldn't pick one. So I cheated and picked two. And that's the Cleo Soul, Rose in the Dark, and Mother. I discovered Mother first on YouTube Music on a random station that I picked. And on Discog, it was going for a lot of money, which I wasn't really pay. We added the taxes and the shipping and stuff like that. So he had it in store and he also had this one. He later ordered a copy and had it on the wall for 60. And um, somebody bought that. And then he just got gold, her album Gold, two copies of that was happy for me to see it. 'Cause I'm like, you get in there. You're starting to get it. You starting to get it. I appreciate that, but you're a year too late. I already bought that. It took them forever to get it, but these two right here, very surprising that yeah, I'm thankful for whoever had these or own these before I did. I appreciate you selling it to the record store, man, because the one for you, I mean, I probably would have eventually got it because now the prices, the value went down because you repress them, more copies are available. So they have more, affordable price. But yeah, these are the surprise. So if you haven't heard about her, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I got all of them except the first one. The one that they I guess there was an error in the pressing or something like that. So when they sent
Yeah,
me it, they like was like, oh, there was an error because I bought all of them all at once. And I
yeah,
paid the shipping and everything like that because I was like, I need these albums. You know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Can't
yeah,
find
yeah,
them. I'm just gonna pay. And
yeah,
they were like, oh, there's an error and stuff like that. So they refunded me like half of the what I paid for, and they still sent
yeah,
the albums. I was surprised. I was like, oh, y'all still sent it? Like, you're not
yeah.
making nothing off of this then.
Right, right,
Shout
right.
out to them for even sending me the albums because I was
Yeah,
like you refunded me the money. Like, there's nothing you can.
yeah.
You
But
didn't have to do that.
facts. I think with her album, it's so difficult in general. It's because like where especially Heaven and Gold, it was so hard to get like pre-order through Best Buy. It got pushed back like 3 times. Then I canceled with them, went with another site. That'll take you too long. Then I canceled. I went with a different site. I make sure whatever site that I purchase from, I make sure I do my research. And they sent gold and having like no problem. So I was like, yeah, Best Buy you definitely dropped the ball with that. It probably ain't even not even their fault. It just I don't know. I guess I got lucky. But
Yeah.
like even the record store said it took him a long time to get gold. He had that on order for a while and it took him a long time to get it. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, you about a year too late.
It took
Got
months. It take it. because it's coming from over there. It took me months. Like I would say it took like 6 months. Like when I
Yeah,
ordered it before when I got it. But once they sent the tracking information, I got it within like 2 days. So I was like,
yeah.
oh, once they send it, it's cool. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well, that video I probably posted, you probably seen about my damaged vinyl. That's Marie Dahlstrom. She's another UK artist, and yeah, it came a little damaged.
damn.
Yeah, then the record still played well, but I haven't listened to much of the record because I want to wait till I get the replacement copy. But it was like a 2 day turnaround. They got back with me and it was like, yeah, we'll send you another copy, no question asked. So kudos for them. But that's another UK artist. If you haven't heard about her, I think you told me to check out her first album.
Yeah, she dope. I
Yeah,
found
she
her
dope.
out because of TikTok. So shout out to TikTok. So
Uh,
she
I want to shout out my brother Stefan, man. He put me on to her. So
they got some
I,
talent over there. They got some talent. When it comes to R&B, their talent is ridiculous. Like there's so many artists and I find them like, oh, you're not even from America? Like I'm American. Like the way
they're
you
like, y'all made better R&B than we do sometimes,
it's
especially
fun.
today.
We compete and it's definitely a conversation.
Yeah.
But so do you know what was like your first like vinyl purchase?
Yes. Can let the music play. That was
Okay.
my first purchase. I'm gonna be honest. It was only like $3, and I was like playing it safe. I was playing it safe because I wanted to get into it. At the same time purchasing this, uh, I purchased this at the store called Oddball. Now they closed. And then I bought a suitcase record player. But
Uh,
I didn't want to see if tip my toe in the water, see if I gonna really get into it. Uh, and really what sparked want or a need for me to collect records is I remember I went to a National Museum of African American Music Museum. And, if you're in Nashville area, I highly encourage you to go. Um, it had a lot of history of African American music, whether it's gospel, hip hop, R&B, jazz, blues. Uh, you can listen to music from different decades, even back to what they was singing in the slavery days. Uh, and I saw all this music, all this history music, and I was like, you know what? I can no longer sit here and be like consume music digitally. I gotta have it
yeah.
physically. I gotta have it in my hands. Gotta have history in my hands. And so, uh, I started off with this and 313 records later, I'm in deep. So, no, too late to turn back now. So, this was my first one. Uh, yeah, kind of a good reminder of my humble beginnings.
I mean, the way that you did it though, buying records, I think that's the way that honestly I would advise like anybody who doesn't know if they want to get into it. I would advise them to do it that way because buying the most expensive records and then you like, oh, I don't like it, that would suck. So
Yeah,
I bought
yeah,
records before I even had a record player. Like that's how I did it. I just bought like, granted, when I was getting records, my first record was 2017, I think. It wasn't as popular as it is now, so
yeah,
I was getting deals.
yeah. You started earlier than me. Yeah,
Yeah, I was getting some deals, but like I was only getting records of like that I really, really liked when I first was like getting into it. Like I think my first record that I personally bought it was DMX and Redman. I bought a Redman album,
okay.
and I got it
Good
from Urban
choice.
Outfitters, and
Good choice.
I got it for $5.
Oh yeah, of course. Of
So,
course.
and that's why now I was like, man, if I really like got down on my luck, I can sell both of these records and make all my money back. It was $5.
Yeah.
I can get at least 30 for them. Like,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, those are my first records. I think personally though, like I think the way you did it is the way I tell people all the time. Like just buy, like go through the bargain bins, buy those, and then see like if you enjoy it. Because some people like they get it for aesthetics and stuff like that. Like if you want to actually listen to the records, I think go that route. Um,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got fortunate enough. The record player I got now, my friend who used to come to my gym gave me the Audio Technica. And so I passed me and my brother, my youngest brother, we really a big music buffs. So I gave him my old turntable and I actually let him pick 5 records out of my collection for him to start off with. Like things that I know I can find and buy back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go find and buy another copy of. Although I did kind of messed up and let him take my Kendrick Lamar Good Kid, Mad City, cause it was a Target exclusive,
oh,
clear.
okay. I know what
And
you
I
mean.
went back and they didn't have it. So I was stuck with the standard black copy. And so, which is fine, you know, as long as I got the album on vinyl. But, with him, I'm like, yeah, just pick about three to 5 records, to start your record collection. And he collected records. Now, he don't have as much as me, but he's collecting records too.
That's very generous of you. That's very generous.
A
That's
good thing he's my brother. A good thing he's my brother. But I mean, I really didn't have much. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I wasn't, if it was like some of my other ones, no, he couldn't get those. Uh, I told him which ones that he couldn't touch.
okay.
Uh, yeah. So don't get it twisted. I'm generous, but it's something you can't touch. It's something you can't touch.
Because I have the standard black of Good Kid, Mad City, and
Yeah.
for some reason, like when people buy me gifts, because I'm like, just give me a vinyl, like just go on. People can I've had 4 copies of the standard black. I've sold 2 back to the record
Yeah.
store and just basically exchanged it for other records. But people keep
Yeah.
buying me that album, and I'm like, I have 2 copies of this album. Like at least if like give me a different version of the album. I have this one, the standard black. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know what about me says Good Kid, Mad City, but they keep getting it to me. I don't know why. At this point, I'm like, all right, I'm about to just frame it.
Yeah.
Um,
You might well just frame one copy and hold it
yeah.
and you know, hold it, man.
So do you have any records that remind you of your childhood?
Yes, I have a few. Let's see. Instinct,
Okay.
of course, Instinct. Yeah, that was my band back in the day. That was my band back in the day.
I've
And
never
so,
seen NSYNC at anywhere. You're like the first person I've ever seen with an NSYNC vinyl.
really?
I've never seen it like anywhere, even at the record store. I've never seen NSYNC.
Shoot, yeah, I got this for in store. Then I ordered their other 2 albums from online. Oh, yeah, Instinct, their first album, I got their other 2 albums. The other 2 albums I had to order online. Celebrity it cost me about $8 to get, which is very generous pricing.
Yeah.
Consider all things considered the Kai Candy Pink, uh, Urban Outfitters. Uh, Beyonce, uh, B-Day, my late aunt, uh, took me to this tour. My first actual concert with Destiny Fulfilled.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, we were like main floor for that concert, uh, 6 rows from the stage. And for the B-Day, uh, tour, we moved up 3 rows. And so, yeah, I saw her in full 4K before 4K was a thing. And so, they would have a special place in my heart when I was younger, right before I wasn't a kid, uh, per se. It was like summer going into college, but, this is one of the special moments that I share with my late aunt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good reminder of, uh, her, her presence in my life right now. Uh, got the Aretha Franklin 30 grade hits.
Mm.
Uh, I know my parent had the double CD back at home, back in the day. and would wear this CD out. My mom loved Aretha Franklin. And so, this was actually passed down to me. And so this reminded me of my childhood. And this next one, a big kid at
Oh,
heart. Hey Arnold.
wow.
Yeah. 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 So this one, man, I asked my record store to, to order this for me, because it sold out quick online. And so I guess it never came in for him or whatnot. But I was at a random record store in Nashville called The Groove. And I'm like, let me check the soundtrack section. And it was there. And so yeah, man. What a time to be alive being watching Hey Arnold, man. Just kids running around their neighborhood. I always wanted to run around their neighborhood and their jazz music. That jazz music is crazy. And so I had to have this in my collection so I can hear it for myself. So yeah, those remind me of my childhood for real. I also have a Doug one, but I couldn't pull it out for some reason. But I have a Doug soundtrack too.
I don't. I need to go. I need to go to Tennessee because I don't see no soundtracks that are like the soundtracks I see are like the stuff you see everywhere. So like, what is it? What's that movie? Saturday Night, whatever. I see Shrek, uh,
Okay.
the Black Panther soundtrack. I see it every time I go to the record store. Car Wash. Like I see like the ones that are like super old. I don't see really anything that's like even from the 90s or the 2000s really rarely. So that Hey Arnold, that's a good one. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Nashville is, they have multiple ones, but the most popular one called Grimmies. Grimmy, Grimey. There might be two of them. I think one. They had Paramore to show up for a record store day. They're a big story in Nashville. But the odd thing about them, they have a big old R&B section, but it's like a whole bunch of nothing.
oh really?
They like, or like artists that you didn't think that have a record or whatever. I never heard of this artist. It's a contrast between the record store that I have here in Clarksville, where they only had like one box. And yesterday he told me like, yeah, I might have to get another box. All right, yeah, you might have to. You might have to. And so it's like, but I told him like, at least with that one section, every record that I flipped through, I know the artist. Um, it's very wide stream, but it, like really they have a whole lot of records, and it's like I don't know a lot of the artists, and I don't know who's coming to get the artists. And the past time that I've been here, I've been there like a month ago, and the same records are still there.
Hmm.
And another story that not many people that like me that is there. And
Yeah.
so I don't know if like that's why you get jealous about people doing record crawls or stuff like that, man. 'Cause I don't have a lot of people that is in the same genre that I'm in to do that with. And I only have one store in Clarksville. So uh, just like you got the problem with the soundtracks and everything being the same, it's different problems here. So most of my stuff comes from online because I can't find it in the store.
Damn.
Um, Yeah, but my record store, I will tell you this: the owner, he's great. If you're like a loyal customer, he'll order it for you, order like multiple copies, order ones for you, and put it out in the store because he said, like, yeah, I need help in that area. 'Cause I do not know anything about that genre. I don't know anything about that genre, and he running it by himself. He's going to school now, so he's doing that. He got volunteers gonna help him run the store, so he's doing the best he can with what he got. And he's very all inclusive. So he's not opposed to ordering anything if you can get it. And so he's very collaborative. So I will give him that.
I mean, that's good though because a lot of I mean, so here where I'm at, there's a lot of record stores. Like, but the problem is like there'll be a record store and it's basically like all metal. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing
Yeah, yeah,
but metal. And then the hip hop or R&B that they do have is like stuff that like everybody you can get anywhere pretty much, you know. Like they always have
yeah.
or they'll have like Thriller, like an album that like you can get anywhere. The problem that I usually have is since there are not too many people who look like me in this area,
Yeah,
they're not ordering certain albums or they're not getting
yeah.
certain albums. You know, like the newer R&B albums, I always have to travel like 2 hours to go get them. So I'll
Hmm.
be like, all right, this is gonna be a weekend trip. I'm gonna be out 2 hours away. I'm gonna go to a couple record stores. I'm gonna go eat. You gotta like make a trip out of it
Oh yeah, of course, of course,
because we don't
of
have
course.
like the ones near me though. There's this owner. His store is called On the Corner. I'm actually I'm trying to interview him. I'm trying. He's not one of the social media people, so he don't be looking at his like Instagram or anything like that. I'm trying to
Right.
interview him because he somehow always finds all the old records that you can like you're looking for and stuff like that. Like if I have an old record in my collection, 9 times out of 10 it came from them because he has
Yeah, yeah,
like the old stuff. So I'm
yeah.
trying to get him. I'm trying to talk to him, but he ain't no social media person, so it's hard. He don't even have
You
any.
know,
Yeah, nobody who works.
you, huh?
He doesn't have anybody who works there with him. It's just him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's man, yeah. It's definitely tough. Like, especially like finding the older stuff. I'm getting very picky with like my collection and selective. And yeah, I made a video about this too. I'm like, I need Tony Braxton, Secrets, her debut album. I need I need Heat. I need Donnell Jones to repress his first album, Where I Want to Be. I need Cool and Relax, John B. I need some of that. I need 702. I need some of the artists to kind of step it up because Tony Braxton's first album, uh, you can only get from Brazil and or uh Jamaica. They want like 300 for it. I'm like, I'm not paying 300 for a record that may play and may not, you
Yeah,
know.
that's yeah.
So
That's the thing. I mean, if I see any of those, I'll message you and then I can send them to you. But a lot of the albums that I want now, because I'm at the point where I have a lot, like there's albums I want. There's always gonna be albums that I want, but I have a lot of the albums that I want. It's just
yeah, yeah,
the ones that I can't find, they are going for a ridiculous price. And I'm like,
yeah,
regular, I work in education. Like I'm a regular human being. I can't go buy
yeah, right, right,
I can't financially do these things. Like it's not smart, number one, but also
right.
it's just these records, it's impossible to get. That's why some like I hate resellers who like just buy to sell. 'Cause I'm like, man, I could have had that. Like I listen to everything I get.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Just like this, I know for 7-inch Singles Day, Paramore released, yeah, I love Paramore. I got all of their albums. They released their 7-inch single with, Caught Myself and Decode. And it was sold out just like that. It was like 15 bucks. And you already got resellers selling it for like 36, 40. I'm like, that's a full album, like price of a full album. Like, I'm
yeah,
not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
that's what happened on Record Store Day. It's got to be a few years ago now when Nicki Minaj released her, I think, Beam Me Up Scotty. And the
I
record
think I saw an episode. Yeah.
Yeah, like the person tried to sell it to me. I was pissed. I was like, bro, because the record store I go to, they changed their policy because of people were doing this. They used to just allow you to buy whatever, how many copies you want, you of whatever album, just buy whatever. But then people kept reselling, and they said you're limited to one of that album now because of
Yeah.
people like that person who tried to sell me the album in the parking lot. And I still don't have the album to this day because I was like. I'll get it when I get it. Like I'm not.
Beat Me Up Scotty?
Yeah, I see it all the time now, but I'm just like
Yeah.
I'm not pressed to get it anymore because I see it all the time. At the moment, I
Yeah.
was super like excited to get it. I was like, I need this album. It's one of the few Nicki Minaj stuff that I like really like actually like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh nah,
Yeah.
you're not gonna oversell me though. You're not gonna do that. Like I waited in this line,
That's
and I'm like, you're not gonna do that. I can find other stuff at the record store. That's whatever. But yeah, they try to get me.
Yeah, I mean, don't like that. It's I don't know, man. I just don't have no respect for it. I don't have no respect for it. I mean, I don't know. But it's just like anything that go with like tickets to shows, buy them, resell it for a higher price, or same thing in records. It's all about the hustle, man. Sometimes the hustle you respect it, and sometimes you don't respect it. So in this case, I don't respect it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the thing with this getting with it becoming, I guess, popular to buy records. I always thought it was popular about people who love music, to be honest. But um, people can resell at a crazy price because they know somebody is willing to buy it. Like even concert tickets. Um, I sold a concert ticket and the person like they thanked me because I sold it at the price that I bought it for, and I was like, oh, I'm only selling it because I can't go. I'm not
right.
selling it because I wanted to like make money. I was like, I can't go. Like I had a family thing come up. I was like, that's why I'm selling it. Like you can go
Yeah,
enjoy it. Like here. Like I just wanted to get the money I bought back. Like I don't get it, but I mean I understand what people are doing. I just don't get why. But I don't think I ever will get why. It's not making
never,
yeah.
never get why. I understand that.
But I guess I don't know if you even have this, but do you, because you already showed me a record I wasn't expecting you to have in your collection with the Hey Arnold, but do you have any embarrassing or unexpected albums in your collection?
Hmm. So I don't. I guess I gotta out myself. Um, I don't know how many people know this, but these right here, all my Taylor Swift records.
Was not anticipating you saying
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you think you know me? You don't. Yeah, that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 records.
I was not expecting.
12. Yeah, yeah. And two that I'm gonna showcase is the folklore Long Pine sessions and the Lover album repress on the 8 inch. Yeah. So this and vinyl is my record store. I'm gonna give him a shout out because he came in clutch. Uh with this one, I was at work. It came out RSD on in 2023. And I wasn't gonna ask, usually the whole stuff for me, but for that day, I don't ask for that.
I
Cause I
got
believe whoever got there should get it. First come, first serve, should get it. And so he posted, I was at work, I was gonna shoot straight over there after work, and he posted on his Instagram story, uh, saying that it was sold out. I'm like, man, dang, okay, that's fine. It's whatever. So when down there, he said, you know what, man? I think I might have a copy in the back. Sold this to me. Now this sold like 2 days ago on Discog for $350. Yeah, yeah, I bought it for like 60. And so and then this one is she released it on her store about a couple of weeks ago in her online store. And it was sold out. And then he ordered 4 copies of them, but he only sold it to loyal customers.
oh
Uh, yeah, like people that normally come in, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it to them, for 44. And now it's cheapest I've seen this go for about $9,400. That's
yeah,
another thing we talked about, the resellers. They buy them and they sell for higher price, 'cause, people want them. And so, I am grateful for, him holding these for me, or, making an attempt to get these to me. And, this is probably like my most, expensive record in my collection.
yeah. That I know. I only know you're the second person I know who has that album. And the person I know who has that album, they waited at midnight. Like they were in line at midnight for record store day to get that album. So I would never personally stay out to midnight because
No, not me.
I
Not
value my
me.
sleep.
Yeah, yeah, man. He does well, man. I don't. I said, man, look, this is your store. I don't look for any special favors or anything like that. Even though I could, it's something that he wanted to do for me. I'm appreciative of it. And that's why I go to show support your local
Mhm.
record store and make sure you get on a first name basis. But I mean, he could have just sold it, but I'm grateful that he didn't. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know. I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna show these off because I don't know whether it qualified me as a Swiftie. I don't think I would necessarily go to her concert, pay that kind of money to go to our concerts. But she do got penmanship about her. So I mean, I'm with it.
I just I definitely wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be like, I don't know who, honestly. I didn't expect Taylor Swift, but actually, where you're located, that makes sense, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. I'll tell you, Taylor Swift is everywhere. Taylor Swift is everywhere. I mean, her career got started in Nashville.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's everywhere. So, I mean, it is like that. And especially the unexpected since majority of my, uh, record collection is R&B music. When you were doing like them challenges with like hip hop or stuff like that, I hope we don't ever do, R&B. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna have to put that up in multiple videos. And
Yeah,
so for me to have these many Taylor Swift albums and I got all the Paramore albums, uh, you know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, that's a small percentage of my collection that's different.
I definitely want to do. The thing is, I stopped doing it. I thought the app was gonna be done, so I was like, to take behind the scenes. I was like, I'm not doing it anymore because I got tired of
Yeah.
taking all the records from being organized, putting them on the side to do it, and then reorganizing. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not about
Yeah.
to do that if this app ain't gonna be here when I wake up.
Right.
So, because
Right.
it was supposed to be, I was going down like we're gonna do hometown. Like I had a whole plan, and I was like, we're gonna do
Yeah.
hip hop, R&B, then we're gonna do like the year, like the decade you were born. Like I had a whole plan. But I was like, why am I gonna keep doing this? The app's getting banned.
Right. 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 What?
Yeah, I'm think I'm gonna do it again though. But the R&B one, I have a lot of R&B albums too. So I'm just gonna literally just grab like and just do that. Cause I'm like, that's gonna take so long to like take
It's
all of
gonna
them.
take long.
Like,
That,
and
that's gonna have to be a weekend video for me. That's gonna
don't,
be like where I have nothing to do and I just take the day because I already know it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I might have to split it up into like multiple videos
yeah,
because
it's gonna. What I did was I just sped up the videos. So, because I basically just took all my hip hop. I have my records like behind me. I took all the hip hop ones just off of this one. So these are basically
yeah,
albums I listen to that's right behind me, and I got another thing of albums I don't really listen to. I just took all the hip hop vinyls down and I was organizing my records that day. So I was like, well, I kind of can just organize them this way. That's why if you
yeah,
look, they're kind of in alphabetical order because I was
yeah, yeah,
organizing
yeah,
my records. So I was like, oh, well, people don't know, but I was like, yeah, they're kind of,
yeah. We don't know.
but yeah, I just sped it up because I was like, this is going to, took me way longer to film it. But the video would have been 4 minutes long. And I said, nobody's watching me flip through vinyls for 4 minutes. So just speed it up.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though sometimes TikTok says it's better to create a video longer than a minute, I just know for me myself, not trying to sit here for a minute. I'm like busy. I got things to do. And it really kind of just try to tell the algorithm like what hashtag to use. And if people run across the videos, can you capture their attention or whatnot? And so thanks to you with the challenge that I think Mimi tagged me in, that you tagged her in or challenged her in or whatever, like the best of 2024 records. I did some number. That's probably like my highest number, amount of likes. And I still getting like reposts on that video, bro. You started something
Oh,
pretty good, so keep it going.
well, I mean, I appreciate that. Shout out to Mimi too because her doing that tag, I've gotten a lot more people to contact me, and I did not think because there's people I don't even know. I'm like, well, you don't even follow me, but whatever. But I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
this is dope. I was like, I didn't think it was like I didn't think it reached that many people because like I post like my posts are pretty much scheduled. So I mean, I go on it before I go to work. I post and then like I scroll for a little bit, but then I'm at work pretty much. So when I see the stuff, I've been at work for 6 hours. Like I don't
yeah,
see it till I get off. So like that was crazy. When I posted that video, I went to work and I came, I was like, why is there so many notifications? I was like, I had to turn my notifications off. I was like, why am I getting so many notifications? And it was because of that challenge. I was like, oh, I didn't think it would do anything. I just was like hoping to talk to a few people and watch the videos. Because I like
yeah,
watching
yeah,
the videos. I be watching the videos like, oh, you got that. Oh, you got that. Like that's
yeah,
cool. Like, but yeah, my goal is to I want to do a meetup one day. Um, it's gonna be kind of hard because everybody's spread out throughout the nation. But that's my goal. I want to do a meetup and like talk to like-minded people. Like that's honestly the goal. That's one of the reasons why I want to do this. Like I can just talk to people about vinyl. Like I don't really care if it does like 1 million views or get 10 views. I'm like I get to talk to people about vinyl.
yeah.
That's
Well, and that's the thing. It's like you gotta do it because you love to do it, right? And so I was talking to a friend of mine. He write, he do comic books and he do like rap and stuff like that. And then kind of like trying to navigate through this thing called social media. I just thought, man, just post it because you love it. Like for me, I haven't reached 1,000 yet, but I'm gaining like a lot of followers. But I just post stuff that I like. I don't really care if I get a follow or how many likes I get. I mean, great to see likes, even better to see a repost. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? People that like the video so much, they'll repost it or comment on it. But if not, I mean, it is what it is. And ain't nothing that I'm not already going to do. I'm
Yeah.
going to spin the record. You know what I'm saying? Why not record some of it and then post it and share it with people? And so I think with you, with that mindset, I mean, the sky's the limit. And I very appreciate that you created an avenue that we can, that no matter where we at, we can talk about vinyl. 'Cause I can talk about vinyl all day, but ain't nobody gonna listen. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's the thing. I even the Vine because I have another page that I mean I'm probably about to delete it. I'm not even gonna lie. By the time I edit this
yeah,
video, that page will probably be deleted. But um, and I was like focusing so much on who's liking it, who's watching it, and I was like, I'm not even posting the stuff that I like anymore because I'm so
yeah,
worried about. I was like, let me actually go do the stuff I like. And I was like, I like talking about music, I like talking about playlists and vinyl. So I was like, you know what? We just gonna do that on the vinyl page, and like, I don't even care if like people watch it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, there's a whole community of people that I didn't even know existed because of that. Like, I had
yeah,
no idea that there was that many people, one who look like us who collect vinyl, but also just people who collect vinyl. Like you I think you sometimes I forget how big the world is, I guess. You get tied
yeah,
in your little circles, like, oh yeah, it's actually so many people out here who collect. So
right. And it's good to follow like-minded people, and I follow a lot of people that don't collect a lot of stuff that I collect, like LeVay. She's a jazz singer. I'm like, I bought her album and then I went right back in the store and bought her other album because it sounds so good and it's in a genre that I don't really care to listen to. And so, uh, some people can put you on to different things, whether they like mine or not. So,
oh yeah.
that's good.
I got put on to so many artists too because of the vinyl page. And it'd be artists that I'm like, they've been out for 30 years. I just found out
Yeah.
who they are. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's one thing I really love. And that's why I'm like, when I go on TikTok, I'm literally going on, I'm looking for music. Like nine times out of ten, I'm looking for music. Like I post, my posts already like I got like 10 drafts. These things are already planned. Like I'm just gonna post them and get when I post them, I'm getting off the app. Like,
Yeah.
but I go on there, I'm looking for stuff, and I usually do it early in the morning. I'm looking for music. I'm looking for like, oh, that's a dope vinyl. Like, so that's my purpose of it. But yeah. I got a couple. Well, I got one last question, I guess, that I have written down, but I do have another question. Um, Before you go to a record store, do you have in mind what you want to get, or you just go and you're like, I'll see what I like? Like, do you know what you want when you go there?
Um, I do not. I don't know. And I guess that's the beauty about it, because you don't know. Because the things that I want, I know they're not gonna have. It'd be nice if they have, like we talked before, all the old school stuff, like 90s R&B stuff. I, I might not find that. I know I might not find that. And so I don't know what I'm going to find. And then most things, uh, I tell the store owner to order for me. He tell me that he got it. And I'm like, okay, well, I already know I'm going in there and get that because he said he got it. Or he posted on his Instagram all the new shipments that he gets. And so like, okay, I know I'm going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Because he posted on social media. You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, man, it's hard to be taken by surprise, for me to be taken by surprise, except for that Beyonce, Dangerously in Love, which is bootleg, because the original copy is crazy. And then I got that Kendrick Lamar pop out tour,
Oof.
pop out show,
Oh,
June 19th. Shall I pull it out? Shall I pull it out?
saw that you had that. I was like, whew.
Yeah, let me see. I had to get a different copy because the last side was skipping and all he was doing playing Not Like Us like 5 times. But yeah, yeah,
Oof.
man, it's a pop out tour. And so I actually gonna be seeing him and SZA in June. I gotta travel to St. Louis because they're not coming to Nashville. So I already got my
Not
tickets.
going to Nashville? I'm surprised.
Man, I'm telling you, not a lot of black artists coming to that. Chris Brown never didn't come to Nashville for his 11/11 tour. Usher there didn't come. He performed like 5 shows in Atlanta and 5 shows somewhere else, but he didn't come to Nashville. And so, yeah, I gotta travel all the way to St. Louis to see him. But this will be my second time. I went to the damn tour.
I've seen
So,
I've seen Kendrick. Well, I mean, I'm in California, so
I,
I've seen him on every tour. I think I missed one, but that same year I saw him at a festival. I missed one tour, but I've seen Kendrick when he was like Section 80 before he blew up, and then I
oh, you were there.
because like when he was starting out, like when he was I was like that was like my I was like 18. I was like prime, like me having my own freedom. So I was going
Yeah,
every like what
yeah. I
to
get
see
it.
to
I
see where
get it.
he's at right now is so shocking. Like I never like I know he was going to be I thought he was dope. I thought he was going
Yeah,
to be too I guess I wouldn't say his sound is even underground, but I was like, his sound's not going to translate to like the world. Boy, was I wrong on that one.
yeah.
That was
A lot of
somebody
people.
I thought I was gonna gatekeep him. I was like, I'm gonna be able to just listen to this guy for 20 years. Nobody gonna listen.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of y'all right now in the West Coast. Cause y'all having a victory lap right now. Y'all having a victory lap. I'm very jealous of you guys right now. Cause he repping. And that's what I like about him, man. He humble. That's as far as I can see. And you know, he just keeping it West Coast, man. Already put artists on and you know doing his thing, giving back to the West Coast. So I respect that.
That was like,
I got.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. I just say I got all this stuff except for Untitled. And I don't know why I can't pull the trigger on Untitled. I don't know why I can't pull the trigger on it yet, but eventually I will. And I gotta get that Black Panther project, uh,
For the
the
soundtrack.
soundtrack either. Yeah, I gotta get that. And then I guess I get Section 80. Uh, it's bootleg.
I got the bootleg of that, but I want he need to press that. But
You do.
stop playing. Stop playing. Press that damn album.
I mean, I tell you, he can do anything he wants right now.
Oh yeah,
He
he's
can do he can do anything he wants. And apparently Drake can't do anything. So
oh yeah, yeah, there's a lot I want to say on Drake, but
yeah,
I will be talking for 2 hours.
yeah.
So this question is the question I always ask last, and it's hard on purpose. If you had to go on, you were on a desert island, and you can only take 5 albums in your collection. What are the 5 albums that you're taking, and why?
Okay, so this is really hard. And it was hard. And first I was like, okay, I'm stranded on a desert island. Um, now I want to have some diversity. I want to have at least one record for each genre. Then like, you know what? Quit lying to myself. I'm an R&B guy through and through. And so I gotta tell you what I like, and so, I mean, not that I don't like everything in my collection I like. I have to buy it. I have to,
Yeah.
buy it because I like it. But, all these albums, no skips. And so first one we're gonna have is Usher Confession, no skips. And this is not the anniversary present. This is the
Oh, the
Golden
gold
Nugget
one?
DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I bought it right before it sold out. So I bought the anniversary one too because they got the two extra bonus tracks.
Mhm.
But this one, you had to be alive. You had to what time to be alive when it came out 21 years ago, right? 2004. No skips. I'm talking about you got Red Light, Take My Hand, Burn, Confessions 1, 2, uh, Superstar, all those tracks. Like those skills, literally, no
Oh,
skills can handle it. I like, but since I now got the 20th anniversary, I try to like take care of this one and not play as much since it's valuable. But uh, I do have a backup copy, but this is the one I'm taking. This is what I'm taking, so that's for sure. The second one is Tyrese. Uh, this is his best album. Let's be honest. Uh, debut album, the best album. Maybe 2000 Watts is pretty good, but it is no skips as well. This came out in '97, I believe.
that one have
Uh,
Lately on that one?
lately, Sweet Lady. It got Taste of My Love. It got a lot of hits, dog bangers. I got this. I waited until the price went down Discog to get it. And it was like, it went down from like 150 to like $71. And so I was like, yeah, I gotta hop on this. And
Yeah, I want that.
so
How much you paid for that album? Because I'm about to look for it right now.
I paid 70 for it. I paid 70 for it. Uh, but yeah, this is not pressed. You won't find repress. I don't think he ever gonna repress it. And so, if you can find this at under $100, I would do that. And so there's no skips as well. Next one, Brandy, Never Say Never.
Mm,
You can make the argument for the debut album being her best album. You can make the argument for Full Moon being like a banger. I got that too.
I think Full
You know
Moon.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid 90 for it. Ashamedly to say I paid 90 for it, but Never Say Never. I remember I went to a movie with my friend and I was like bidding on the first pressing for the album. I lost. And then, so this is the Target exclusive clear one. And so I have to pre-order this. This is no skips for me. Never Say Never, Angel in the Skies, Sitting on Top of the World. Have you ever? Uh, I might bought this today sometime, you know what I'm saying? But this is no skips for me. Destiny Child, Right on the Wall. If you know, you know. Say my name, Bill, 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 uh, all of that. So, this to me is kind of like their best album besides of, Destiny Fulfilled, but they do need to repress that. That's the only one they haven't pressed, not pressed in the first place. And then the last one is Soul Food Soundtrack.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo,
Soul Food Soundtrack.
woo.
If you know, Yeah, no, I got this by like 25 bucks on
Really?
this car. Yeah, about 25 bucks.
Yeah.
Like you talk about, you got Blackstreet featuring Jay-Z, you got Boys and Men, Drew Hill, In Vogue, my Boys and Men song, the mess out of that song, Mama. From Mama. I remember I was a kid and Mother's Day, and I was like crying because I was like, man, I appreciate my mom. The Boys and Men was like singing the mess out of that song. And so, yeah, Casey and JoJo, uh, Tenderoni, Tony, Total Escape. That's a compilation of all the great back in the 90s.
He
Yeah. So, yeah, time capsule. So, yeah, those are my five. And I'll stand by that.
that is a solid five. That is a solid five. You that Tyrese.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just listening to lately. I was in the shower and it came on. I was just listening to that damn song. That song is so good. And that
Yeah,
ain't
he's
the
on
best
the
song
mess
on the
out of the
album.
song. It's not. I'm like, it's not the best song. It's literally no skill. Taste of My Love. That's probably like one of my cuts. That's it. It didn't make it to a single. That's one of my cuts. Uh, Taste of My Love. It's so good. It's so 90s.
Mhm.
And as you can see, like most of my finals or my top five, set with the exception of Usher Confessions, is in the 90s. My 90s R&B fan through and through.
That's a good era. That's I was born in the 90s, so I grew up listening to all that stuff. That's a good those are some good picks. I ain't gonna lie. Them picks I was expecting I was like, oh, he gonna have like certain albums. I expected Confessions actually, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Okay.
okay, you R&B head, everybody, Confessions is always in them other four I was not expecting. So
Right,
that
yeah.
that's so
Yeah, well, you definitely make me work for it. You definitely make me work
I
for it.
appreciate you even pulling the records because I know like you putting them back and all that stuff, how tedious that can be. So I really appreciate that. Do you have like anything else you want to leave the people with before I close this out?
No, man, just shameful plug, man. They follow me on TikTok, Ronald Frizzell. Uh, follow my Instagram page, vinyl.r, the letter R dot us. And man, just collect record, man. You'll never go back, but start smart. Don't start big.
Yeah. Um, Thank you for coming on. This has been Pressing Matters. I've been your host, Jamal Radio Rahim, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.